So, 2022, all the experiences that you've had as a cop, all of the things that you've seen all through all of these years, just living as a black man, as an African American person. What what do you think, or what are your recommendations for African Americans in general when dealing with law enforcement? How do we get home safely?
Yeah. Um, the first thing, regardless of what I've experienced, regardless of what I've been through, the myth that I definitely want to dispel is that all officers are bad. All officers are not bad. There are actually some officers with a good heart that just show up to do their job every day and take care of their families and go home. And then there's the ones that have that hatred in their heart that make life miserable for people because they feel like they have the power and the authority to do so. Those are the ones that make it hell for any and everybody. When you have a gun and you have the ability to take someone's life at a moment's notice and then be able to justify it with a pen and paper, it is just absolutely the scariest thing in the world to be a black man in a society that has these types of people walking around utilizing their power and authority over innocent people. I would say as long as we know that they have that authority, as black men and women and people, we have to be humble. We have to humble ourselves and put ourselves in a position to try and release as much of that hatred as we can out of our hearts, so that when we're confronted with a hostile officer or someone who has the ability to change your life at a moment's notice, and some will do it no matter how kind and loving and respectful you are. But we know they'll do it if you come at them with a bad attitude, if you come at them hostile and angry. So the key to it is to survive, to get past the situation, to live to see the next moment, and to be able to, at the very least, if something happens that's wrong, to be able to report it at another time. But don't contribute to their easy ability to harm you if they want to anyway. Don't contribute to it. Get past it, live to see another day. And I would say that, being a law enforcement officer is very challenging. A lot of people think that it's just fun and gunslinging and all that, but it's more to it. It's stuff to it that they don't talk about. There's stuff to it that they could never prepare you for, because there's no formula for all the hate and all the craziness that can take place in your life as a police officer.
And what would you say to the young, aspiring police recruit, black police recruit?
Yeah. Whew. I don't know. In fairness, I want to be fair. I want to be fair because I know black officers who have had a career and they got through it and they've retired and they have a good life now, So I don't want to utilize my individual circumstance as the wherewithal and be all, because there are people who have had good careers in law enforcement. But I think a lot of that has to do with their backgrounds and the understanding of being in a paramilitary situation, knowing how to deal with the bureaucracy and the politics. And then some of it is luck, and then some of it is just people had no other choice. They didn't feel like they had another alternative, so they stuck it in and they dealt with it and they took it. And they, all the hate and the drama. I mean, there's stories all day, every day with black police officers of terrible things that have happened. But they had to get through it. They had no other choice, and some of them didn't feel like they could do anything else. You know, I got out because I couldn't do I couldn't do it anymore. You know, and I felt like, you know, I'm going to survive regardless because I'm a survivor. I'm a fighter. I'm going to do what I got to do. I got kids. I'm taking care of my family. You know what I mean? Some people don't have that in them. Some people don't have the ability to adapt and to adjust. And they sit there and they either go crazy, they lose it, kill themselves, or kill somebody in their family, and next thing you know, their lives are turned upside down, you know? So, you know, as far as a young person aspiring to come on this job, I would say you think about it very seriously. I think that we do need some quality black men on the job to keep them honest, to keep them doing things the right way. But I also say, you know, the job needs to change. The job needs to adapt and adjust and get their officers to realize their responsibility to understand the people that they police. They need to get out in the black community and learn what people are about. You can't keep bringing these people with all this hatred in their hearts to police the people. It's only going to make things worse, because they're going to hate their jobs and they're going to treat the people like they hate them. And then now it's going to just continue year after year after year, the same old stuff. So if you're a young officer aspiring to be on a job, I'd say, like I said, think hard and be careful.